what's the, I guess, what's the advice, or what do you, maybe not advice, but what do you talk to clients in terms of, like, if their child's younger, and then kind of changing those, the risk of their portfolio as they maybe get closer to college age?
Yeah, so this is a good topic actually, because in the more traditional savings and investment plans, they have this menu of investment options, and there's almost like a bifurcation that you can choose. There are sort of these static investment options where you can kind of mix and match and be your own investment manager if you want, right? And put things together. But almost all of the plans will offer some type of what they call an age-based portfolio option that will start out appropriate for, say, a newborn up until 3 or 4 years old. And then as they get into different age brackets, they'll slowly get more conservative. So as the child gets closer to age 18, it just automatically, it's on like an automatic glide path where it's more conservative. And within a lot of them now, and again, it depends, every state plan is different. But one of the things that I'm also starting to see is if you have a newborn, let's say, you might have an aggressive option, or what they call a moderate option, and then a conservative option. So depending on your own sort of tolerance for this level of volatility, volatility is nothing new, folks, by the way.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it feels, I know it always feels different every time or feels new, but this has happened before. So if you just don't want a lot of volatility, but you realize you kind of need to have the money grow, you got the conservative or moderate option. But then for those who want to be aggressive, you got that aggressive option. And so we do talk to clients about that, and depending on the circumstances, I think those age-based portfolios are great, because you really don't have to think too hard about them, and you can kind of forget about the news and the volatility, and hopefully sleep well at night. But the one thing I would say about the prepaid plans is you kind of take all that volatility out of the mix with the prepaid plans, right? You're basically just saying, I want to pay for a certain amount of tuition, and then whatever inflation is, I know I have a certain guarantee with regards to future tuition. So, and that's how I kind of, when I think about my own, portfolio of 529 money for my daughters, I have the private college 529 plan, and then I've got the, sort of the investment only plan, which my investment only plan is 100%. Is it 100%? I don't quote me on this, but it's heavily in stocks. So, but over the years, what I've done is, as the girls have gotten closer to college, is I've moved money from that investment only plan into the private college plan, because I always viewed the private college plan as the conservative investment pool. So.
Absolutely. And so kind of, as it is similar to retirement, those glide paths, and kind of as it gets a little bit closer.
Exactly. And I think it's a great point to, when you think about college as a sort of a savings goal compared to retirement, with college, if you have a newborn child, you've got kind of this fixed time period to save, right? With retirement, most of us, not all of us, but most of us, we can work an extra year or 2 or 3 if we really want to, right? And sometimes we have to work a few extra years. And then there's this indeterminate amount of time to sort of spend down all the money that you spend a lifetime saving. With college, you got 18 years, and it's going to be spent in approximately 4 years. Like, you kind of know what it is. So, you got to take some level of risk with that money, but you don't want to take too much risk, because, the goal comes up quicker than you can imagine.